Counting flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with a deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't tell me I've nothing to do.
Oh, whoops! I'm so sorry, my bad.
Mr. Mulcair, you've been on record. You said you wanted to go on record saying that Mr. Trump is a fascist. You want to step back from those comments today, or do you confirm them?
Well, you know, I think that it's very important right now to have a Canadian government that stands up for Canadian ideals and Canadian values. And I think it's going to be very important for Mr. Trudeau to stand up to Mr. Trump. I think that when you see the type of sexist, racist statements that were made by Mr. Trump during the campaign, those are things that we don't want here in Canada. And far from backing down from it, I'm hoping that Justin Trudeau will stand up for those same Canadian values. But it's very important right now to have a Canadian government that stands up for Canadian ideals and Canadian values. And I think it's going to be very important for Mr. Trudeau to stand up to Mr. Trump. I think that when you see the type of sexist, racist statements that were made by Mr. Trump during the campaign, those are things that we don't want here in Canada. And far from backing down from it, I'm hoping that Justin Trudeau will stand up for those same Canadian values.
Anna, you first, because I want to switch gears now. I want to talk about the Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, apologizing after a photo popped up of him wearing brown face during a school event in 2001 when he was a teacher. He said he didn't think it was racist at the time. Now he says he knows it was. He is apologizing for it. Also saying it, you know, wasn't the first he's done it before. What do you think, Anna?
It must be so nice to be a white male. Look, you and I have friends who have worn blackface. You and I, know people who did this in the past.
The comedian Tom Arnold said something which kind of goes to your point, Dagan. He's like, I grew up in Iowa. I've been to 1,000 parties once, and I have never seen anybody in blackface. Virginia is for weirdos.
But you know what? Tom Arnold is lying. He's lying through his teeth. You mean he's never saw Jimmy Kimmel?
Why they call it diabetes?
Ooh, Chile Alfredo. Oh, hallelujah. Oh.
He's never saw Sarah Silverman?
I look like the beautiful Queen Latifah.
I will vote for Hillary with gusto.
He never saw Ted Danson? He never saw Billy Crystal?
Crackers, pickles, monkeys.
Things found in a barrel.
Very good. Schmechlich.
Here's a still from that episode, and... Okay, now
What's the issue?
What's the issue?
What's the issue?
What's the issue is that...
my mustache wasn't big enough.
No one gets away with... No, that is not the issue, your mustache. You can't do that anymore. You guys did it, and again, no blowback. Was there any blowback? Did people...
No, we were playing playing black people.
Yes.
How can you play black people without getting fully black? We didn't just do the face, we did
By
the
the
whole
way,
body.
she's like a lot darker than you. Look at that shot. She's like really black.
Nice, right?
You look
I feel like it would have been
like a
offensive if
Mexican.
we didn't.
The thing is, blackface, that's like a generality. That's specific Danny Glover face. So you're really only insulting one person.
Yeah.
You're only, you know.
And we have different rules for different people.
Huh? What do you mean? No, is that you, Joy? Oh, you know this picture.
Oh, Joy, is that you? Joy, that is you?
Yes.
Joy, are you black?
No, I know.
And there is now a different standard than there was in the past. I think it was a pretty horrible thing to do, a pretty stupid thing to do. To me, that the entire idea of, you know, putting on dark makeup seems like a really lazy attempt at costume. Surely you can be more creative than that. That being said, to hear the words, "I am sorry, I made a mistake," come out of a government leader's mouth is so refreshing and it's so shocking that I'm shocked we all haven't gone into some sort of conniption because I have forgotten what it's like to have a leader that can express some level of remorse, regret, and humility to accept it and say it out loud.
I said it, I was wrong, and I apologize.
I was stunned when I heard him. It was so refreshing to hear. Listen, I'm not talking about what he did, how egregious, whatever you think. You can think about that, but to hear a leader apologize and seem contrite, to have some level of contrition, it's such a, pun intended, foreign.
What? Did that
thing
really
right
happen? Does that actually happen?
What do you
And I apologize.
think, Mark? And we want to get to the circus quickly. I want to know what you think about this.
Well, I agree. It was the right thing to do, to just own up to it and apologize for it. And he seemed to
Megyn Kelly, and I want to begin with 2 words. I'm sorry.
do it in a very straightforward manner. And, you know, so it's, I mean, saying it wasn't racist at the time, I think what we're learning is you got to recognize it at the time for what it is.
Yeah.
And
D. Lemon.
How much time do you have, Chris?
I don't know, but you're eating into it with your silence right now.
Because I got so much going on here. Listen, I know Megyn. We do this. Sometimes you say stupid things when you're live. But I'm just going to be honest. Megyn is 47 years old. She's our age. There has never been a time in her 47 years that blackface has been acceptable. There were all white people on that panel. There were no African Americans, no people of color there to say, "Hey, Megyn, not cool." Especially the people who are listening and watching at the White House. Do your jobs. Do better.
And take the grace and take the opportunity to be better.
It's the motherfucking remix! You don't want no problems with Harlem. You don't want no clowns with the boogie down Bronxter. You don't want no drama with the blonde bomber. Original Don Dada of the blonde bottle. The model for white America. Then Joe, the spokesperson for the Latino. Then we got Mace back to represent everything else in between, including the percentages of the rest we don't. The best from East Coast, the Midwest, to the dirty, even further to Miami. All the way back to California. It'd probably be best right now if I want Dre. Get on the horn with him, tell him about the storm coming all our way. So tell a pal, grab a gal right now, get on the floor while I wait. Shake that ass a little more my way. But baby, I don't dance, not that I can't, there's a pistol in my pants. Come on.